Right, so now I'm going to throw a bowl. So you've made your central lump of clay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to karate chop it, but I'm just putting a flat surface on the top to take it down to a shape like a pillbox or a hockey puck. There we go. And when you've got that centre and that's a nice flat surface, you can keep putting water on your clay. You're going to lay your thumb at an angle so it's not too jabbed in as such, and then take your thumb away, and then you can see exactly where the centre point is, and then you can start sticking your thumb right down. There we go. Now what I'm going to do with my thumb, I'm going to pull my thumb out to make a flat base in the middle of the lump of clay. I'm going to pull that out towards one side and just gently pull my hand out. I'm not actually touching the clay on that, dragging out, so I'm just going back in again to make that base. Now this time I'm pulling up with my hand. So what I did, went out and then I'm pulling up, supporting with this hand all the time, because the wheel wants you to pull it in one direction and the clay wants to go in another direction. Okay, so now I've made a vessel, but now I want to make it into a dining bowl. So I'm going to use this knuckle and I'm going to lock my finger, I don't know if you can see that, into the base, and then I'm going to, my fingers on the inside, sort of feeling on my knuckle, and then I can bring that out. And then the next section is to make a bird, a bit like finger bobs, and I'm going to have my two middle fingers either side of clay, and these are sort of locked in but they're not going to touch any of the clay or these other fingers, and then I'm going to drag that up as many times, make sure you've got water on, as many times as possible. So you don't have to make, you're just dispersing the clay and making sure that all the walls are the same thickness. Now I'm not sure if this pot is a little bit wobbly, but what I'm going to do is show you at this stage what to do if your top edge is a bit undulating. What you do is get your pin, and you're going to be like a little lathe, and you're going to push. Let's do it here, sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm showing a film. And you're going to put as much, you're going to keep that pin thin at the same level. You're going to go right through your pot, then you turn it off, the wheel, and then that takes off that top edge. That may have been a bit wobbly. So now you've got a nice straight edge to work on. So I'm just going to do another bird pull up, and then I'll go sort out that top edge. So with the top edge, you're pinching with one hand and you're just smoothing with the other. And what you can use is a sponge to do that, or a piece of chamois leather, also gives a lovely finish on that. So there we go, there's a bowl. Just clear it up a bit. Okay, so now we want to take off the wheel. Now sometimes I forget to do this and it causes problems when you're doing the next stage. This is a turning tool, so what you're going to do is get in the base of it against the wheel. It's going to make a horrible noise because we're going to have metal touching metal. So you're going to take the excess around there so you've got less base surface to get off the wheel. Let's just move something that I can put it on. Now you've thrown the pot, it's got a bit of a memory, so you can actually lift it off the wheel when you've taken it off with a wire, or you can slide it off onto a little tile. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but there we go. So put some water on one side. Get your cheese wire. This is a thin one. The thicker ones are for cutting clay out of a bag. The thin ones are for taking off the wheel. So if it doesn't start moving, the first one, what you're doing is just putting like an aqua glide underneath. You can start feeling it when it goes. I'm going to lift it off. Just gently flop it onto a tub, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll turn the bottom of that. I'll show you how to do the turning of that. Fabulous.